Proverbs 21:22 says, "A wise man scaleth the city of the mighty, and casteth down the strength of the confidence thereof." I'll keep it real with you here. This is a proverb that I never understood and never paid much attention to in years past. For the first decade of my Christian life, I read a full chapter of Proverbs each day. And that's what I was told to do by several elder Christians. And I benefited from that practice, and I learned a lot. But when you're reading through Proverbs a chapter at a time, it's like going through it with a buzzsaw. So it's inevitable that the more difficult or vague Proverbs like this one get glanced over. At least that's what happened with me. So I began slowing down and reading 5 verses of Proverbs each day or thereabout. But even then, I didn't really get this one. And that's when I realized that it's okay to ask for help when reading the Bible. Kind of like the Ethiopian eunuch did with Philip in the book of Acts, chapter 8. And that's what we hope to provide people with when discussing these Proverbs. Iron sharpeneth iron, as we will see when we get to Proverbs chapter 27, verse 17. So what we're looking at this proverb, what are we to take from it? Here in chapter 21, verse 22, when it says, "A wise man scaleth the city of the mighty, and casteth down the strength of the confidence thereof." Well, to put it in simple terms, this is basically David versus Goliath. Picture a man, nothing out of the ordinary, but a man intent on thinking things through. He's reasonable, he's principled, he's a man filled with God's wisdom and spirit. He knows how to use the knowledge that he's gained, practical knowledge that he's gained through training and experience. This man of wisdom is facing the mighty. An ordinary, wise but reasonable man facing off with someone who's stronger, has more money, more power, more whatever, but is overconfident with pride. Sound familiar? That's really the warning behind Proverbs 16:18 that we studied many moons ago, as it says, "Pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall." You see, the wise man will recognize that pride, that arrogance, that overconfidence, and he'll use the chinks in the armor, so to speak, to his advantage. There are many military examples of this proverb, including the defeat of Ai by Joshua in Joshua chapter 8, as he allowed the king of Ai to think that Joshua was licked. He let him get confident, and in his arrogance, nearly all the fighting men of Ai were directed then to leave the city and to pursue Joshua with the intent of just wiping the Hebrews out. Only as they pursued Joshua, Joshua turns around to face them, and they realize the city's on fire. It's burning, and the reinforcements of the Hebrews are coming at them from all sides. And Ai was destroyed in accordance with our proverb, as Joshua played the part of the wise man, scaleth the city of the mighty, and casteth down the strength of the confidence thereof. And we can apply this to our own lives by recognizing that if we will act with prayer and careful consideration, working with patience and tenacity, then even the mightiest obstacles can be overcome. Many times it's just that tenacity and patience that wins the day, as the other side makes mistakes, gives up, even walks away, according to the situation and according to what you're dealing with. But none of us have arrived. But with God's help, we can put His wisdom to work in ways that can help us overcome great obstacles, especially when our intent is to please Him and to give Him glory. Our intent is to glorify God. In the words of Psalm 148:13, "Let them praise the name of the Lord, for His name alone is excellent. His glory is above the earth and heaven." The wise man doesn't seek his own glory, but God's glory, and he then ends up getting God's help.